Good morning and welcome to the next Plague 6-7. I'm your host, Darkel. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to talk about the quiz of yesterday was who was the answer? And the answer to that, you should know that, is AI. Allen Iverson had the nickname The Answer. And the next quiz for tomorrow is who was called the Admiral? That should be pretty easy if you're an NBA historian or you go back a little bit, have been watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Takes less than 3 seconds, as long as it took me to say that sentence to do. It is always free. To all my players and players, thank you for joining me. I'm your host, Darkel, like I said earlier. I would like to start the day with a quote. And I would like to start here with the quote. To strive with difficulties and to conquer them is the highest human felicity, by Samuel Johnson. I started to say Jackson. Let me say that again to my peoples. Okay? To strive with difficulties and to conquer them is the highest human felicity, by Samuel Johnson. Okay, and the word today is wander. A lot of us, even including myself, let our mama speak on me, keep it on the eye. Wandering minds is what gets you in trouble. You wander here, you're wandering, you're not taking control of your thoughts, and your thoughts become things that you don't want. Because the way it works, it gives you what you're thinking about. So if you're constantly thinking about this negative, that negative, it gives you more of that. So that's why it's very important not to wander. Means to move without a goal or plan or destination. So that's why it's so important to guard your mind and guard your thoughts, because thoughts do become things. With belief, you can have whatever you want. That's why they say if you believe it, if you can conceive it in your mind and see the picture there, you can bring it into activation in the physical. But you first have to see it there and believe it. You can't have no doubt, no fear. We got to kill those demons that stop and choke the weeds of our mind, which attach to those negative thoughts, and even people, places, and things. They're no good for you. They call themselves your friends. Some of them mean well. They just, I don't know. WNBA scores. The Dream 78, the Sparks 71. The Valkyries defeated the Lynx 80-66. Cecilia Zandalasani had 18 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist for the Valkyries. And Natasha Howard had 13 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist. And for the Dream, Alicia Gray had 20 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. Angel Reese is a monster. She had 11 points, 26 rebounds, and 3 assists. Taking these reading glasses, I don't know, they be blurry now, man. Okay, for Nneka Ogumbuwali had 27 points, 16 rebounds for the Sparks in a losing cause. Okay, in Major League Baseball, Tampa Bay 4, Detroit 1. Boston defeated Miami 4-2. The Nationals 13, Colorado 3. Texas 11, Chicago White Sox 2. Cleveland 4, LA Angels 2. Seattle 9, Philadelphia 2. Pittsburgh 3, San Diego 2. Cubs 7, Arizona had a donut, give them some coffee. Minnesota 9, Oakland 6. San Francisco defeated Cincinnati 5-0. Give them some iced coffee over however they wanted, sugar on top. Okay, today we're going to talk about a great player I wanted to talk about because I never even heard of him. I never seen him play, of course, because he's way older than me, before my time. But they keep saying Jalen Brunson keep breaking a lot of his records. And he held a lot of the records for the Knicks. And I wanted to see who he was. His name is Richard Vincent Gurein, born May 29th, 1932. He played for the NBA for the New York Knicks from 1956 to 1963 and was a player coach of the St. Louis Hawks. franchise where he spent 9 years. On February 15, 2013, the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame announced that Gurein had been elected as one of its 2013 inductees. Gurein served in the Marine Corps Reserves from 1947 to 1954. While a reservist, Gurein attended Iona College from 1950 to 54, where he scored 1,375 points in 67 games playing for coach Jim McDermott. After graduation, Gurein served on active duty at Marine Corps Schools, Quantico, Virginia for 2 years. The Knicks drafted Gurein with the 8th pick in the second round of the 1954 draft. While still on active duty after leaving the Marine Corps, Gurein would begin his professional basketball career in 1956. Richie Gurein was a high school scoring point guard in the late 1950s and early 60s. As a member of the New York Knicks, his feisty on-court style and wisecracking off-court demeanor catered to Madison Square Garden crowds. Gurein was a gifted scorer, passer, playmaker, and was one of the most successful rebounding and driving guards of his era. He led the Knicks in assists for 5 consecutive seasons and in scoring 3 times during his 7 full seasons in the Big Apple. And he tallied more than 20 points per game in 4 consecutive years. Gurein also set Knick's single-season game record, scoring with 57 in 1959 and assists with 21 in 1958. His 57-point game stood as the Knicks' record until Bernard King scored 60 on Christmas Day in 1984. A fan and media favorite, Gurein played in 6 consecutive NBA All-Star games as a team. New York struggled, reaching the playoffs only once during Guerein's tenure. He was traded to St. Louis Hawks midway through the 1963-64 season and spent the next 8 years the team's player coach and then head coach. With St. Louis and eventually Atlanta, Gurein played alongside Bob Pettit, Lou Hudson, Lenny Wilkens, and Cliff Hagan. Wow, Lenny Wilkens, that's a Brooklyn boy. Gurein helped the Hawks to 9 consecutive playoff appearances and was named NBA Coach of the Year from 1967 to 68. Richie Guerein's early life was born on May 29, 1932 in the Bronx, New York, where he grew up. He attended Mount St. Michael's Academy, where he excelled in basketball. His college career, he played at Iona in 1950, where he played center for Coach Jim McDermott. He commuted to school daily. He averaged at least 19.9 points per game in his 3 years of varsity basketball and set the freshman team scoring record at the time. In New York Knicks, 1956-63, on April 24, 1954, the New York Knicks selected him in the NBA draft. But Gurein did not join the Knicks until he had completed 2 years of service in the Marines. He was drafted in the second round, the 17th overall pick. New York was struggling through the mid-50s or at near the bottom of the Eastern Division. Among the only successful players during that period were high-scoring guard Carl Braun, point guard Dick McGuire, and center Harry Gallatin. Turnover on the team was high. Gurein joined the club of 1956 and quickly established himself. In the second season, he made the NBA All-Star team for the first of his 6 straight years. In his third year, Gurein led the Knicks in assists, 5.1 a game, and ranked second in scoring, 18.2 points per game. He made a then team record 21 assists against St. Louis on December 12, 1958. The 21 assists he totaled were also Madison Square Garden high until John Stockton broke the record 41 years later. That year, New York made his only postseason appearance with Gurein on the team, losing to the Syracuse Nationals in his first round sweep. But Guerein's 4th year in the league, he established himself as a scorer. He made both long shots and layups on his way to team-leading 21.8 points per game in 1959-60. His 57 points against Syracuse on December 11th broke Braun's previous team record of 47. Legacy and honors. In 2013, Gurein was inducted in the Basketball Hall of Fame. He was a great player because, he had all the records that was broken by Jalen Brunson, because when they were saying it, they said he broke Richie Gurein. I'm like, what the hell is this Gurein guy? I never even heard of him. But anyway, I would like to thank you again for joining me today. And before I go, I would like to say free Poppy, free Sadiq, C. Just, Supreme, Naheem, and Your Majesty. And before I go, remember, if your device is not on the next play 6-7, then it's not really on. Okay, before I go, I would like to leave you with my favorite sayings. May each of you want, but never want as long as you live. May each of you live to be 100, and me 100 minus a day, so I'll never know when great people like yourselves have passed away. May you live as long as you want, but never want as long as you live. Thank you for being with me. Peace, love, and prosperity to everyone in the world. God bless. I'm out.